checking that we're on camera. Como estas, everybody? Hi, it's
Hi,
Pat and
everyone.
Rose from the Costa Blanca Travellers here. And
Or should I say Allah?
yeah,
Voila.
and today it is, what day is today? Oh, you know,
Sunday.
it's Sunday today, isn't it?
Yes.
Sunday the 19th of November. Wow, it's going pretty quickly now, guys, and that big Christmas day is not that far off.
I hope you've done your shopping some up anyway.
Yeah, we hope you're getting loads of shopping done. Incidentally, on that, there is a new shop that has opened in Casada that we've heard is very good. It's called the Christmas Shop. Okay, and they've got lots of nice things in there to do with Christmas. So if you're looking for some Christmas items, last Christmas presents, that might be a good idea to go down there. In fact, we might even go down ourselves and have a look. So if you follow us, you never know, you might get a glimpse next week, this coming week, of what's in the Christmas shop. We'll let you know, keep you posted. So you've got to keep watching for that. Right, so today, we'll just tell you a little bit about the temperatures today. It's been a little bit cooler today, but still clear blue skies here, guys. I think it's been about 22, 23 degrees today, which has been really lovely still. Very pleasant for getting out and about and for walking. Doing lots of things.
Up there
Gentle breeze now. Well, the time is about just coming up to 5 o'clock, so yeah, so it's starting to cool off a little bit now, but it's still very nice just sitting out here.
Guess what? The moon's up there.
Yeah,
see it.
Moon is up there.
It's already.
So what are we going to talk about today? Well, I thought today we'd do another focus on a town that is very close to Algorfa, and one that we know a little bit about, don't we? Because we actually lived there for a while, and it is the pretty town of Almoradi. Yeah, so hi to everyone. If there anyone living there watching who's in Almoradi, so hi to you all. So we thought we'd focus a little bit on Almoradi today, a little bit about the history side. So one thing you can't miss in Almoradi is the church. Okay, the church of the Parroquia de San Andre Apostel, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and it's on the Plaza de Constitucion, a really beautiful plaza in the centre of Algorfa.
You've got very distinctive, the trees all shaped.
Yeah,
so
beautiful little square. And inside the church there, it's a must visit, a must see, is a fabulous altar finished off in gold. Okay, so as soon as you go in there, you see a beautiful altar.
That was the first place we went to when we came in 2020.
Yes.
We were a bit lost, weren't we? We were tired and we were sorting out our rentals, so we had to get keys and things, so it was quite good. Beautiful
gold there, so if you like a bit of gold, then that's the place to go. And there's a statue of Christ that is very similar, modelled on the one in Sugarloaf Mountain in Brazil. Didn't know that. It's a very big statue. It's a similar design to that.
On the top, is it?
On a smaller scale, obviously to Brazil, but it's on the very rooftop of the front of the church. So if you look up at the very front as you go to the church, in Almoradi, you will see it. Now a little bit about Almoradi then. It's in the heart of the Vega Baja region. Its nickname is called the Heart of the Vega Baja, and there's numerous irrigated fields that surround the whole town, and it's near the Segura River, a very beautiful river as well. This can cause some floods sometimes the river, when the river swells, the banks can sometimes overflow, but the town is relatively safe because it's elevated 3 meters above the flow of the river. But I think a few years back it did actually get flooded. It did actually get flooded right bad by Gota Fria, and lots of roads did actually get flooded. So, but I think they are trying to do something to try and sort that out now, so it doesn't happen quite as bad again. But it did actually flood.
So news, haven't we?
Yeah,
because we weren't here. That was the year.
That's right. So even though it is 3 meters higher than the river, it doesn't always mean that it's going to be particularly safe. Now, it's in the centre of the town is the casino, where the splendour of its beautiful rooms can be seen. So that's a building to actually go and see. All right, it's called the Casino, C-A-S-I-N-O. Noting there's some really beautiful rooms in there to go and see. So that's something that I've got to get on my list to go and see next time. It's also got a theatre, Almoradi. It's called the Cortez Theatre, and that's another lovely building. It must be seen. And in 2008, it celebrated its 100 years of construction.
Wow, yeah, since it was built. Lovely buildings in that square, It's quite old history.
Yeah. Now, the Don Mariano Cortez, the theatre's named after, he was a rich person of the town, and he built it in order to give the benefits of the works represented to the neighbours most in need from the surrounding area. That's the reason why he built it. And another family, the Gironas, they built a hospital with an adjacent chapel, and the building was only used as a sanatorium for just a few months before the end of the Civil War. So the neo-Gothic chapel stands out. It really stands out. Some place that you can still go in and see, and it's got leaded, handmade, stained glass windows. So that's another building that you can definitely go and see when you are visiting Almaty. In the Plaza de Constitución, sheltered by 100-year-old figos trees, I think that's what you were mentioning, wasn't it? Figos trees, stands the parish church of San Andreas, which we've already mentioned. But inside there as well, guys, besides the gold on the altar, you can see a beautiful organ that stands out amongst everything else.
You can see it as you enter.
Yeah, very impressive that. Yeah. On the outskirts of the town, there's an important hydraulic construction, and that helps the region to prosper, being able to regulate the water through the main irrigation ditches. Because if you go on the outskirts of Almaty, you'll see lots of these ditches, and they're there for a purpose, to irrigate the farmers' lands, okay, in the area. And the water comes from the Segura River, which runs which is channeled between wooded areas and gardens. So it's very important, that river, isn't it? Yeah. Obviously, a very important part of the actual town. Yeah. Now, besides the river, Almaty is surrounded by orange and lemon groves, and I've actually walked through some of these orange and lemon groves, and the smell is absolutely beautiful, especially when the blossom's out. When you go on any walks when the blossoms are out.
We haven't been here for that, have we?
No.
It's April.
You can see that. Now, there is actually a very old tree in Almaty. It's called the oldest tree that I visited a couple of years back.
I'll have to get him a picture.
And I'll have to try and put a photograph up of that. It's a really beautiful tree with lots of roots that intertangle around the base of the tree. So I'll try and get up a photo of that if I can. That's another famous tree to go and see when you're on one of your walks. So and also Almaty is famous for growing artichokes as well, and that's why at the market, when you see the big market in Almaty, you'll see lots of artichokes, and they're grown in the fields nearby. So a little bit back to the history then. So when was Almaty founded? Well, it was founded in the year 1896 BC by the legendary King Brigo. Yes, so King Brigo was involved, and he was named Amarion, that was his name, and it belonged to the province of Cotestania, part of a people of primitive Spain that was settled in the territory of the present province of Alicante. And it was the location of Greeks, Carthaginians, Romans, Visigoths and the Moors settlements. So they all had part of settling in the town, I suppose, at one time or another. Lots of different groups of people. Yeah. On the 21st of March 1829, Almaty was devastated by an earthquake. Now, this is quite an important event, which resulted in the creation of a new plan of straight lines and wide streets designed by an engineer called Larramendi. So he designed all these intercrossing straight streets, and we know about those, don't we? Because they intercross each other.
Because so right across the,
probably one of the reasons why there's lots of junctions and lots of traffic lights in Almaty.
Watch the one ways.
So the town was rebuilt, and it was modelled on all straight crisscross lines, designed by Laura Mandy.
That's similar to US.
Yeah,
US
that's probably a good point, actually.
Probably that's why they do it in
could
US.
be, yeah. And I think you have to be very careful when you're driving there, because you really have to look at every junction to see that nobody's coming across in front of you. It's quite fun though. It's a bit like, at times it's a bit like wacky race, isn't it? Well, not quite as bad probably. So
some rules.
Yeah, new buildings had to be built to specifications that would minimise the effects of natural disasters. So all the new buildings in Almirante were constructed to withstand quite strong earthquakes, if they should ever happen again, God forbid. So legend has it that the church is dedicated to San Andres, because on the night before a great battle, King Jaime I, the Conqueror, saw a vision of a mosque with a great golden dome on it, and it was the symbol of San Andreas. And he ordered that San Andreas should be the patron saint of Almirante, and that his feast day should be on November the 30th. And he then ordered an assault at
the
wall.
Coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up, isn't it? Yeah. And he then ordered an assault on the walls of the town and reclaimed Almirante. So there we go. So it was reclaimed by the King Jaime I. Yeah, and so that's why probably every year in the town on November the 30th they have a great big fiesta and parade. So that's coming up soon, isn't it?
So
Yes, that's right. So finally then, what's finally to come up? So Almirante is also famous, of course, for manufacturing furniture. Anybody didn't know, so it's a very big town for the manufacture of furniture, and they make lots of different types of furniture in the outskirts of the town. And it's also very famous for its large street market, which we have been to, and we'll have to go to again. It's one of the largest in the areas.
I got custard apple, which I hadn't had since I was a child. So it's very... The Caribbean fruits and things are all over.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. They do clothes, everything, low end of stalls.
It's one of the biggest ones.
Lots of fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. You see all the trolleys. If you don't know where it is, it's in the square anyway.
Yeah.
But if you're on the outskirts, just follow all the trolleys.
Yes. You won't be able to miss them, guys, because you'll see loads of people.
We didn't know where we're going anyway. We're going, where is it?
Most people just park in the streets somewhere. There's usually parking somewhere. And you can get cheeses. They have cheese stalls. You can get roast chickens, bits on roast chickens, spices,
kitchen stuff, cooking stuff and all.
In fact, almost anything really, I guess. Almost anything that you're looking for.
There's a good market.
So well worth a visit. So definitely put that on your list to go. It's got a Mediterranean climate, and it has at least 300 days of sunshine every year, and we can probably vouch for that because we've been on most of them. We've been some of them. It's a traditional Spanish working town, so you will see lots of Spanish about, lots of Spanish people speaking Spanish, sitting at the bars, eating their tapas. So it's a lovely place to go and intermingle with the Spanish people.
Yeah, the culture's nice, isn't it, to see what's going on.
And you can fit in with see their fiestas and restaurants serving lots of lovely Spanish food. So definitely worth a visit to Almirante.
Yeah, they got a nice cake shop as well there.
Beautiful cake shops. Beautiful cake shops. Yeah, beautiful cake shops and restaurants
and tea. You can have your drinks and all that.
Host of supermarkets. It's got everything going for it really. So
if you go for market day, you can sit in one of the bars and restaurants and things all along.
Yes.
Because it's all through the streets.
Yes. That's right. Yeah.
So.
So there we go. So that's a little bit of Almirante and its history for you today. And we also thought we'd do our regular little slot, which is What's On Guide. Little What's On Guide for this coming week and beyond. So stay tuned for that. So what's happening? Well, on Friday the 24th of November...
I can't see it.
They can't see it because you haven't got that reading glasses on, you see.
I didn't get it all mucked up.
It's the Yorkshire Pud, one of our famous places in Algorfa.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we've been
Yorkshire Pud in Algorfa at 8 p.m. in the evening on Friday the 24th of November. That's this coming Friday. They've got their monthly music bingo. Oh, I like a bit of bingo.
Yeah.
6 and 4, 64.
Yeah, only if you win.
Caddy's Eye, number 1. Lex 11. I should know, I used to know all those. I used to do a bit of bingo calling, you see. And that's going to be hosted by Mark. Yeah, hosted by Mark. Food's available if you want it before the bingo session starts, between 6 and 7:30 p.m.
Good cook.
Yeah, I recommend the food there.
Yeah.
So get yourself down there next Friday for a bit of bingo. So I just want to mention now a new bar that's opened in the La Finca Comercial Centre up here, and they've only been open a month and they're doing really, really well, and it's called Snoopy's Bar. So I like Snoopy anyway. So if you haven't tried Snoopy's Bar, go and try it, guys, because they're doing some really good food up there, and they're listening. They want to know what types of food you want them to put on the menu. So if you've got any ideas for them, get yourself down there to Snoopy's.
Yeah, or you haven't had it for a long time and you haven't got it.
They do lots of lovely snack food and lovely that type of food to go along, and breakfast as well. Something different. And they're open Mondays to Fridays in the Finca from 7 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so they're only open from 7 o'clock till 3 o'clock, but they're well worth a visit and well worth checking out. So get yourself down there to Snoopy's. Okay, got to give them a really big plug.
Make sure you leave some room for us if we come.
Yes. Right, also this coming week, well, coming up a little bit later in December, in winter December now, and that's December the 2nd, at the new Chefs on Broadway, a very popular place. Danny Fisher's doing a tribute to Elvis. So if you're an Elvis fan, and I know a lot of people out there are, okay, get yourself down on December the 2nd at 8 p.m. and you'll see Elvis in the house there. Yeah, so that's really good date to keep in. Right, Monday the 27th now. That's not this Monday. That's not tomorrow. It's a week on Monday. Cooper's Family Bar and Restaurant, and we've been there, so we know Cooper's. On Monday the 27th, they've got a Christmas fair on between 2 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And there's lots of stalls, art and crafts.
There are lots going down.
Gifts, there will be. Gift stalls, food stalls, mulled wine. Oh, I like a bit of mulled wine.
Yeah, very nice.
Mince pies, that might go quite well with the mulled wine. And food's available also. And followed at 8 p.m, there's a singer, Jose Bolero. Okay, he's on at 8 o'clock. So if you want a stall, guys, anybody that's after having a stall on there with at Cooper's, you can email them at coopersbar23 at gmail.com. That's coopersbar23 at gmail.com, and you might be able to get a stall there, might be able to get some space to go. Right, further into December now, this is at the Tetiana Tea House where we have visited. Okay, I think if you look in our back catalogue,
we had a tea and cakes.
You'll see Rose and I have done a visit there. A really lovely place inside. They've got outdoor seating area as well.
Videos, isn't it?
Well, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on December the 14th, they've got Christmas items and fashion day. Okay, sounds interesting, doesn't it?
That'd be nice,
where you can get clothes bargains from new and pre-owned clothes. So not just new ones, they also do some pre-owned ones.
Those skirts of mine.
Which is very good, isn't it? Lots of pre-owned ones now. You can get some really good bargains with pre-owned ones as well. And they're on the Calle Teresa Braganza in San Fulgencio. Okay, so that's where you'll find them. Just put them into Google Maps and you'll come up. Tatiana Tea House. Okay, it's near La Marina. Okay, if you don't know where they are. And that's on December the 14th. So that's our last one of what's on coming in the local area this coming next week and the week after.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So with that, I think it's about time to wrap this video up.
Yeah, we don't have falling asleep.
No.
We've got to use our down.
We hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you've got any other ideas for some videos or places for us to go or anything to do with towns or history you'd like us to cover, then do let us know.
Yeah, when you're buying, not Timbuktu.
No, not too far, but you never know, we can always, when we have the car, we can always go out a bit further.
Yeah.
So do let us know. So with that, we'll say adios. Don't forget to like, share subscribe.
Vital the
Okay, that's it. Like, share, subscribe to our channel, and keep on watching, because you don't know where we might go.
Yeah, we definitely need your support,
or where we might, or what we might be doing next. Okay, so keep on watching. Take care, guys. Adios.
Adios.